Do you think, or do you agree, you may disagree, with Deutsche Bank, who's now saying 4 rate rises, or our good mate Bill, who's been on this podcast, saying
Yes.
at least 2?
2 and possibly 3, but
Yeah.
no recession. He was
Yeah.
very. I listened to his
Yep. It was a
talk
podcast.
the other day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The Westpac are doing podcasts. I think they took a leaf out of
Yes.
our book, mate.
I think they did.
They're
Yes.
copying us.
Good on you, Westpac. We love you.
Yeah. But Bill had been the chief economist there.
Oh, indeed. Yeah.
So do you do you subscribe to their views? I personally don't. I think if we got one more rate rise, I think that's it.
I'm with you, Mark. Look, I think this rate hike, if it is in fact delivered next week, and let's assume that it's delivered, will be that final, hit to consumer confidence for mortgage holders and the housing market, which is already very weak. Both construction of new dwellings, house prices, house lending, all of that stuff. And that is a really important part of the Australian economy. Whether you like it or not, housing is a dominant issue for the way the Australian economy functions. And interest rates, clearly, are a very important driver of what happens in housing. So they've already delivered 300 points of hikes, as we said, the most aggressive tightening in many, many decades, not just years, decades. They go one more. If they were to go 4 more, and Deutsche Bank, look, I respect their research a lot. They've got fantastic economists there. But I think to get 4 more rate hikes and say another 100 basis points already on top of the 300 that are there, and their timing is by August this year, I think they were saying. That's when these loans are the mortgage cliff loans, or 200 and something billion of them, 800,000 people, their loans are rolling over into not only where we are now, which is actually pretty painful, as we were saying, but another 100 points on that would be really
these guys are going to be paying
it. Yeah.
more than double what they're currently paying on a monthly basis.
Correct. And so where are they going to? And okay, maybe hopefully people have saved a bit of money, or they're anticipating it. So
no, they've spent it because we know we've got inflation.
Yeah, that's right. So I think that if Deutsche Bank, for example, are right with 4 more hikes, we'd be on the edge of recession, if not in a recession, if they did that. And as you're saying, Philip Lowe, the RBA governor, does not want to cause a recession. He's had a checkered period as RBA governor, with all due respect. He does not want to end his tenure as governor as the bloke who caused a recession in 2023, 2024. So I think he'll tread carefully. And but just by the way, the risks on inflation are starting to turn if we look at what's happening in the global economy and these sorts of things that we outlined on that neutral to slightly easing side of our checklist.
I agree with you 100%, and I think that this is his last year, so his term finishes sometime later this year.
I think September.
Yeah, and he doesn't. My gut feeling is they're not going to put him back there because of we've got a Labor Party, whatever. Just a whole host of political reasons, policy reasons, and political reasons. So I don't think he'll get another run. So you're right. He doesn't want to end his career in that regard by putting us into recession when he doesn't need to put us in recession. So I think he's going to tread very carefully. I agree with you.